What is going on? Welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to talk to you about Lucid. I want to go over the recent rating that just came out and why there might be a lot more to it that investors are kind of aware of. And then through my deep dive, I kind of came to the conclusion of who might be really trying to bring Lucid down. So it's going to be a fun-filled packed video, so make sure you guys stay tuned, hit that thumbs up, and let's get right to it. So in case you missed my Friday video, I think it was, there was a couple new ratings, Adam Jonas and Michael Legg. So benchmark Morgan Stanley, $3 hold, $5 buy. So pretty good stuff. And so I did take a look at Adam Jonas's one, and there was absolutely no change whatsoever. Still $10 bull side, no change for really anything. So they obviously, analysts are giving ratings because of the good Q1 numbers that did come out, but I feel like there is more to it than that, because Adam Jonas, you can tell, isn't that bullish on Lucid. I feel like he's just being told to really work or play well with others, and the reasoning why they want to play well with others and Lucid is because there's a good kind of deal happening for Morgan Stanley behind the scenes in the Saudi market. So Morgan Stanley is going to be a market maker. I think it's only like 20 to 25 stocks, but they are going to be pretty much a market maker out there. So now Morgan Stanley has to obviously play well with the PIF, Saudi, and technically like the PIF and Lucid, they're one and among in the same for the most part. So if you think about it, Adam Jonas can't really be as bearish as he once was on Lucid because of their now connections. And so again, there's just layer after layer of just a lot of stuff that if you didn't do deep dives, nobody would really know, right? But again, for face value, if an analyst gives a $3 price target and Lucid's trading at, let's say, 230 or 250, still seen as relatively optimistic and bullish. So let me know your general thoughts on that in the comments below. Aside from all of that fun stuff, me doing a little bit more of a deeper dive, I started to wonder why people are always shorting Lucid. So this is Faraday. You guys don't need to see Faraday, but essentially looking at Lucid, even on Friday, shorts increased 4.08 million shares. But one thing that has been really giving me hints at who might be shorting Lucid is this. So cost to borrow minimum is negative. And there's a couple of stocks I do cover under other YouTube channels that same type of thing happens, cost to borrow minimum, and that's more commonly happening with SoFi. I don't know if you invest in that or not, but ultimately SoFi is a bank and they have direct competition with other banks, and so obviously just the name of the game, you have a lot of manipulation that does happen. In Lucid's case, they definitely are not a bank. So why does a market maker want to try to bring Lucid down? And so it leads you to kind of jump to some conclusions, but I know this might be before a lot of your time, but the original PIPE investors in Lucid. So there was a couple of them out there, but ultimately, if we kind of look back, there was this. So back at Churchill kind of stages, I'm sure some of you even invested way back in that time, but you can kind of see some of the PIPE investors. Some were listed, some stayed anonymous. Ultimately, they did go to the SEC and filed a lawsuit, but BlackRock and also Fidelity, those two out of all the PIPE investors technically have market maker abilities. So when it comes down to this right here, and like I said, cost to borrow minimum being negative, that is a very easy tell on who wants to bring Lucid down. So potentially either and again, there might be some bad blood because the SEC technically did drop the lawsuit or the investigation, which obviously was due to the PIPE investors complaining, saying that Lucid falsified documents and whatever, but maybe there's just bad blood there that they want to try and bring Lucid down. And just on a side note, I get it. Everyone loves BlackRock, thinks that they're like a genius and, oh, BlackRock's investing, BlackRock's increasing. Keep in mind, a big part of BlackRock's business is to buy stock to lend out eventually for shorting. And if you kind of think about it, if they're also paying people to short, so if they're buying and then lending it out and also paying people, that is how you can get some sketchy stuff. Not saying it's BlackRock, but I think that it could either be BlackRock, Fidelity, both, like I said, have market maker status. That could be the culprit on why Lucid is always heavily shorted. So yeah, let me know your general thoughts on Lucid. I know I kind of went on 2 different subtopics in this video, but definitely a lot of interesting things are happening. And you know what? While I'm actually on here, I might as well throw a third at you. Latest flyover shows gravity is ramping up, so that technically does show that Mark is right. So sometime in April, a lot of the studios customers are going to get deliveries. This it's happening. And so yeah, exciting times are ahead. What's your general thoughts on everything that I did talk about for instance, the new analyst rating, about potentially, let's say, like either Fidelity, BlackRock, or it might be someone else as well, trying to really bring Lucid down. So yeah, what's your kind of 2 cents on all that? Hopefully everyone had and is having a good weekend. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up. And then one final thing, if you are looking for some kick-ass buy signals, pop over to my Patreon, link in the description below and also the comments. I give buy signals on stocks, options, and crypto. Many of them have been absolutely on point and bangers. Definitely worthwhile to pop over there, take a look. With all that, appreciate all of you watching.